G'day Steel Nation Australia, g'day Steel Nation Worldwide, g'day Steel Nation Universe. Welcome to another video. My name's Mark Davison and welcome to Steelers Nation Australia. But we have a topic today. We'll be talking about the playoffs, Super Bowl 56, road to Super Bowl 56. We now have 4 teams left. We have the Bengals, which they're dirt. Can't stand the Bengals. The Chiefs, the 49ers, and the Rams. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Matthew Stafford, because it's a quarterback-driven league, right? We have 4 teams left in the dance. I don't care who wins it, as long as the Bengals don't win it. I'll be rooting this week for the Chiefs. And if the Bengals win this week, I'll be rooting for the next team, the 49ers or the Rams. I don't know what I would do if the Bengals win. I don't know. You know, some will say it won't mean much. But I never want to see that team win a Super Bowl, ever. Ever. And they're 2 games away. They are 2 games away. All right. So let's start the show. Let's start the, Super Bowl 56. 4 teams left. And who's going to win? I do know for a fact that I have not chosen the Cincinnati Bengals to have the cooler uniform this week, even though I hate red for both. All right. A few moments, guys, and we'll start the show. Okay, here we go. It is now 1 winner. Only 1 team can win this Super Bowl 56 in the Lombardi Trophy. Cincinnati Bengals have never won one. I believe they're 0-2. We'll go through the stats. KC, I think, has won 2. San Fran, off memory, I think, has won 5. And the Rams have won 1 when they went against the Titans back in the day. Now, you might have also heard the improvement of my microphone. Yes, it was not plugged in before, so we'll see how that works out. I'm still making rookie errors as I go along this process in this YouTube career or this YouTube idea. I looked to my left and I was like, hang on a minute, there's no microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If it is terrible, I'll cut it. If it's not, we'll keep it, because I like to do my shows one and done so that I don't have to edit. Okay, let's look into the game. Let's look into the next week. Look, it's going to be a crazy week. The AFC Conference Championship game and the NFC Conference Championship game are always fun. They're always really fun to watch. Even sometimes in previous years, the AFC Championship game and the NFC one, those games can be better than the actual Super Bowl. And look at the matchup already. Joe Burrow versus Mahomes, and a divisional rival game here with the Niners versus Rams. It probably couldn't get better than that, to be honest. Out of the whole season now, you probably could not get better. I'm sure I want my Steelers in there. I wish it was Steelers versus Bengals in the Super Bowl, or Steelers versus KC in the Super Bowl. No, my apologies. In the AFC. See, I'm stuffing up in the AFC Championship game. Okay. But this is pretty cool. Like, next week's going to be really fun. I think it's like about 4 or 5 days away. And whoever wins these 2 games is going to the big dance. And then, can the 49ers get another Super Bowl and Jimmy gets another chance? Let's have a look. Of course, we had the AFC rankings here, and we get to knock off 2 more again. So we knock off look, dude, they were number 1 seed and they're just gone. Non-existent now. See you later. I can't believe that. I honestly can't believe that the Tennessee Titans were number 1, win 12-5 games. And what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. And just you lose your first game and you're done. You lose by 3 points. Ryan Tannehill threw 2 picks that cost the game. Unbelievable. Okay. Also, we have the other team, the Buffalo Bills, who in my previous video, if you guys go check that out, I go on a bit of a rant about the defense. Why are you playing prevent defense? You stuffed it up. You had 13 seconds. You could have squib kicked it. You could have played better defense. You really just royally stuffed it up. Honestly, just a terrible. I'm sorry, Bills fans. You should be mad because your team did nothing for you. Nothing. There's that last defensive stand. What stand? They just ran over them and said, "Get out of the way." All right. So we have left the ranking number 2, Chiefs and Bengals. All right. Now, another question too. We have the Green Bay Packers and the Buccaneers, number 1 and 2. Oh, they should be favorite to go Super Bowl. No and no. Gone. We have the Rams with the number 4 seed and the San Francisco 49ers with a 6. Anything can happen in this. It just goes to show you that anything can happen. Number 4 and number 6 are going to fight it out to go to the Super Bowl. And the Niners have also beaten the Rams 6 times. Okay. Just a little picture there. That was me when I went into number 50 of all the teams, the AFC side and the NFC side. It's going to be a fun matchup. It's going to be really, really fun. So let's try and break it down as best we can. I find this very interesting right off the bat. Okay. The Bengals versus the Chiefs have a better head-to-head record. They're 16 and 14. They have a much better head-to-head record. So I actually, when I Googled that and researched that, I was like, hang on a minute. Surely the Chiefs have beaten the Bengals a lot. No, in actual fact, the Bengals have a higher record. Now, that could be from years past. Obviously, it's not from the last 10 years because the Bengals suck, and then they just got better in the last 2 years, right? So, who's going to win this matchup? Tail of the tape, who wins this matchup? Bengals had 10 wins this year. Chiefs had 12. Honestly, that doesn't mean anything. It means nothing because the Bengals beat the Chiefs to win the division when Jamar Chase went off to win 3 games. He did that and he won the division, right? Now, playoff record. This is increasing. The Bengals now have won 2 more games in a row. Joe Burrow is 2-0, and their playoff record was 5-14. Now it stands at 7-14. It is picking up, and it is hurting me every single time. I am the biggest Chiefs supporter this coming Sunday. Your American Sunday, my Monday. I just need the Bengals out for the lifetime meme to ever exist. Because if they never, ever win a Super Bowl, that's funny to me. That is just, super funny as a Steelers fan. It just warms my heart. Now, what could even be even more funny, but it's risky. If the Bengals win this week and they go to the Super Bowl, they could become 0-3. But that's risky. That's risky biscuits. Do you know why? Because if they win one, then I don't even want to look. I don't even want to go throughout the Facebook land and run around in those comments because if the Bengals win one, these fans are so obnoxious and just look. Not all of you guys. There's some out there that do say hello, but look, I'm going to put it this way: as a Bengal fan, not a person, as a fan and a Steeler fan. You hate me, I hate you. That's the way it is. That's the way it is in this competition, this rivalry. I want to see you lose as much as possible because it makes me laugh. I get enjoyment out of that. As sick as that sounds, if you lose this game, I'll be like, let's go. If you win and lose the Super Bowl, I'll laugh. We'll laugh my ass off. Lamau or whatever it's called, mate. I will be laughing a lot because you have such a good team. The Bengals have a really, really good team. Defensive wise, I've said it all year. You're playing You're a young team and you're angry. They're so angry. Like they're playing good physical football and they're angry. You still got like, Woozier, Mike Hilton, those fellas are running around the field like crazy. All right. Then on offense, Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times. However, you still won the flipping game. You're still getting the ball to Chase, to Higgins, to Boyd. Who's your tight end? The one of your tight ends, I can't remember who it is. Uzmanzada or something like that, is it? Now, let me look it up. All right, and we're back. Sorry, I had to look it up. I had to look up the Bengals roster because I want to get this guy's pronunciation correct. Uzma, the tight end, Uzma, he's a good fella. Joe Mixon's a good fella. You have a really good explosive offense led by the cockiness of Joe Burrow. And I'm starting not to like Joe Burrow because he's a Bengal and he's so cocky. I can't stand that kind of person. He does his little dance. He smokes his little cigars. He wears his cool, hip glasses. Can't stand you. I don't want to see it, mate. I don't want to see you victorious and win. The defense too. Sam Hubbard and DJ Reader on the front. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt doing some good things. Like I said, Von Bell's playing good. Jesse Bates, Eli Apple, Mike Hilton. They got a fast defense. So it's going to be hard for this team. It's going to be very hard for the Chiefs to pull this off. But the Chiefs have one thing. They can score points out of nowhere. So as long as the Bengals play prevent defense, I think you'd be right. All right. Look, Super Bowl wise, I guess the Chiefs have the bit of the edge. They have more of a winning mentality in the playoffs. They've won 17-20 playoff record right now. They won 2 out of 4. Is that right? No, I think that's wrong. You know what? That's wrong. I think it's 2 out of 2. I am making mistakes left, right, and center. I'm pretty sure the Kansas City Chiefs are 2-2 in the. Yeah, this is what happens when you do all these things in a row, and you do not cross your I's and dot your T's. Yeah, the playoff record for that's wrong. That is just non-factual. Fact check that. The Chiefs are 2 out of 4, not 1-2 lost 4. They're 2 out of 4. That's what makes it. That's silly. But we're going to continue with the show. So they're 2-2 in the Super Bowl. Okay, so disregard that. Cooler uniform has to go Chiefs by default because the Bengals are terrible, and I can't stand. Actually, you know what? Look, the Bengals white away uniform does look kind of cool if you do like the stripes and stuff like that, but I can't stand your team, so it has to go. It has to go Chiefs. And the other option too that goes Chiefs is a 34-31 victory for the Chiefs. Although I kind of expect Joe Burrow to win too. I don't know who's going to win this game. I have no idea who's going to win this game. Is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it Joe Burrow? What offense, if given 14 seconds, can win? Because apparently in the NFL, 14 seconds is nothing to anyone, and no defense respects that and says, "Oh, let's tighten up and let's play some football." I'm sorry, Bills fans, but you really got done. You got done. Chiefs win here, 34-31 over the Bengals. Chiefs go to the Super Bowl yet again. Patrick Mahomes wants his second. Next game. San Fran leads this game because it's a divisional game, 75-67 and 3 ties, right? Also, the whole idea of the overtime games and ties in the NFL, you can't tie in the playoffs, but there's been a lot of speculation now about can these teams, should the ties exist? I don't think so. I think you should play to win it. You play if you're 10-10, you have to do a format where you get given more than 10 minutes to play the overtime game, and you actually can go out there and there's a victor. We need someone to win. Ties are funny. So San Fran leads 75-67 and 3. San Fran also has won the last 6 games in a row. So So can it be lucky 7? Right? They've won 6 in a row. 49ers over the Rams. 2021 wins. Very similar. It doesn't really matter. The Rams won the division. They ousted the Cardinals, and the 49ers just snuck in there at number 10. Playoff record, these teams these teams have been playing a long time. 35 wins, 22 losses for San Fran, 24 and 27 for the Rams. All right. And I was right. Super Bowl, the 49ers have won 5 and lost 2, and the Rams have won 1 and lost 4. Now, the big thing is here, can the 49ers this year escape with some bad quarterback play with Jimmy Garoppolo? In my opinion, not a fan. Not a big fan of Jimmy. Can he go out there, get the run game going? The defense, can they sack Matthew Stafford if they can keep Matthew Stafford in the pocket and get him roughed up? The 49ers, I think, have the edge in that regard. Okay. Now, the cooler uniform, it has to be. I'm a blue guy, man. My favorite color is blue. Easy, chilling color. You can't go wrong with blue. All right. Now, I actually see an upset in this game. And the reason being, I think it's going to play out a bit like the Packer game. Both teams are going to be horrible, I think, unless Odell Beckham Jr. and the Rams guys start to light it up with Cooper Kupp and really get that ball moving. But the Rams, you almost lost to the Bucs last week. You scored 27 in the first half, and then you couldn't do anything. So can the 49ers with Debo, with George Kittle, and can they run that ball and make it a low-scoring game where it comes down to a touchdown 17-10, or the Rams are coming back to win 17-10. So that's my view on it, right? I was thinking from the start that Rams might win everything, but the way they played last week to almost let the Bucs back into the game, I've changed my mind. I'm on the 49er train because 2 reasons. I like their crazy defense to get around it and chase Stafford all over the park. And I think the only team I want to see Jimmy stay with the 49ers. If Jimmy stays with the 49ers, there's no chance he can come to the Steelers. So as long as they win, they might keep him. So as long as the 49ers win, Jimmy might stay with the 49ers, and there's no off-season speculation of, will the Steelers pick up Jimmy? We don't want him. We don't want Jimmy, okay? We don't want Jimmy. We don't want that noise around here. And lastly, we got to tick off a few more. As sad as it is, we got to tick off a few more. Tennessee Titans, Dan. Buffalo Bills, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, the Buffalo Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia. The defense let you down. I'm sorry. Next, Buccaneers. See you, Brady, mate. We talked about you ages ago. You're done. And Green Bay, what a shock. Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay could not score any points. So we are left with Cincinnati, Kansas, San Fran, and the Rams. Amazing times in the NFL. 3 more games to go. 3 more. Are you guys excited? Are you ready? Welcome back, Steel Nation Australia. Thank you for checking out that little portion. I do enjoy doing those little things like the PowerPoint presentation and bring up the teams, talking about Bengals, Chiefs, 49ers, Rams. I'll be very honest. I'm not a very big fan of either of these teams. Back in the day, I did like to watch the St. Louis Rams with Steven Jackson? I think he was the bloke. He was the good running back. You had Kurt Warner there. I really liked those kind of those uniforms better. I thought the city was cooler than I'm not a big fan of LA, but I would say the St. Louis was more of a football town, and they robbed you guys and took away your Rams. I've even heard reports that the people, in St. Louis, once they took away the Rams, they just never watch football again, or they just go and choose another team. Like, how could you cheer for a team in your state that says, "Oh, see you, mate. We're going to another city"? Would you cheer them on if you're a St. Louis native? Would you cheer them on if they went to LA or Vegas? If you're from Oakland, would you cheer them on? Oakland's closer. Oakland's closer than St. Louis is to LA. But yeah, never been a real big fan of these two teams. Like even growing up, like the 49ers are cool to watch. And back in the day, of course, you have the catch. I think Terrell Owens played there. That was kind of interesting, an interesting character. Joe Montana was before my time. Who else was in 49ers in there? Was it Mike? I think Mike Singletary played for them too. I'm trying to think some other dude. Is it Takeo Spikes? So he played 49ers. So there's a big history being there. And I've actually been in San Francisco. I went there for Super Bowl 50, which was fantastic. But yeah, there's no real connection for me that I say, like, I really want this team to win. Like the 49ers have 5 already. The Rams have 1. Now that they're in LA, I don't really care for them. Sorry for people if you live in LA. I'm just not a big fan of the city. I'm not really a big fan of big cities, really. I'm not really a big fan of people. People are okay, but yeah, I don't like being surrounded by too many people sometimes. On the other side, you got Kansas City. Now, they are emerging from, Andy Reid and company. Now you have Patrick Mahomes. So this is your fourth AFC Conference Championship in 4 years, 4 in a row. And then last but not least, the Bengals. Like I said, I never want to see you happy. I never want to see the Bengals win anything. So yeah, no real ties. Like, if anything, out of these 4 teams, maybe I would say 49ers to win one, because then Jimmy gets one, and it'd be funny to see Jimmy win one and see how the NFL would react to that, because in my opinion, he's not a very good quarterback. It would be interesting to see how the Lions fans react to Matthew Stafford winning one in the Rams too. So Sean McVay and those fellas. KC getting back there. They already beat the 49ers 2 years ago. Could be a rematch. With KC versus 49ers. And that would mean that KC had been to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row. That's interesting. And of course, the Bengals getting there for the first time. Joe Burrow could go 3-0, 4-0 in the playoffs, and become Super Bowl champion and Super Bowl MVP. And the whole talk of the town would be like, Bengals fans would just love it, because they have had 0 success in 57 years or whatever it's been. They have had no success. So at some stage you have to win, right? So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next 4 games. And I think we have a few fans from different teams here and there. We'll be here. I'll be here streaming the 2 games on Sunday, my Australian Monday. Just lastly, before I wrap up the video, I want to give a shout out to it's Australia Day today in